Today, I'm hungry, and we're cooking gyoza. So, let's pan it back down, see exactly what we need. Right here. Oh, yeah. By the way, behind the camera, that's Marcus. Say hi.
Hello.
Yeah,
There.
There we go. Okay. You need about, you need some pork. This is probably not the right cut of pork to use, but it's what I had available. About half a clove of garlic, like 2 or 3 shiitake mushrooms. I'm going to add some parsley to it because I happen to like parsley. I have some chives as well. I hope these are chives.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those are chives.
At least
and then you want about 1/6-ish of like a nice head of what is this again? Cabbage. Cabbage creeps me out. I don't know why, but it does. And then you want some gyoza wrappers. Oh, my cabbage is going everywhere. All right. So, prep work. This is the hardest part. You need a good knife. And the prep work's actually fairly simple. I'm going to move all my stuff off this. Some of you are probably like, oh, Holtz, you had meat and then other stuff on the same cutting knife. It's all getting cut up and mixed into the same thing, so it doesn't really matter that much. What you want to start with is the cabbage. So, you just need to get in here and start finally dicing this stuff up. Cabbage has a lot of water in it, and you don't want a hell of a lot of water in your gyoza or dumplings, whichever you're making. Yeah. Okay. Now you want to go down to the local crucible and get yourself some salt. Play Destiny. About a tablespoon of it, so about Yeah, about add that to there. And then what we're going to do is just let that sit for a little while. You need to let that sit for about 15-ish minutes to all the salt, mix in the salt with it. And this is going to help a lot of the water kind of escape out of it. And then you're going to end up squeezing all the water out of this because you don't want too much water in your gyoza. You don't want them to be watery, you want them to be crunchy. Alright, this has been sitting for a little bit, but you can see like this is where I squeezed it. You want to squeeze all the water out, squeeze it out, and still got a little bit more ways to go. Let that sulk in there. So while you're doing that, just start cutting up your mushrooms. These are shiitake mushrooms. Marcus, you're like, you actually study plants too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like a herbologist.
Horticulturist is the proper title.
I don't fucking know.
It's a recent title.
Very recent title. But you actually know how to... You're like, yeah, I actually go foraging for mushrooms. It's like, oh, sweet! So we can go forage for mushrooms at the grocery store. See how these smaller bits, that's what you want to kind of get this whole thing down to. Really, really small bits. Alright, next part, chives. Just gonna start by chopping these up. You don't want a hell of a lot of them in there. Like, that's gonna be more than enough. It's very, very powerful flavor. I cut the very bottoms of them off, but once again, get used to this motion. You're gonna be doing it a lot to make this stuff. What does it look like I'm doing off screen, Marcus?
Well, just there we go. Huh? Well, it's a good arm motion.
Ooh, eyes are watering a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. That's good. Now, okay. What we're going to go ahead and do is squeeze the cabbage. I need some cutting board space, so it's been about 15 minutes or so. The rest of this cabbage right here, I'm just going to... Oh, that water. Yeah, it looks disgusting, doesn't it?
That's a good shot.
You don't want any of that water in there.
It's a lot of water.
It's a lot of water. Now you have like this disgusting little thing right there. We're good. I'm still gonna get the rest of this cabbage ready. By the way, Now is probably a wonderful time to tell you, I've never made this before. I have no idea what I'm doing, and that's the fun part of cooking. I'm taking my mushrooms, putting them in the thing, taking the chives, putting them in the thing, and get the rest of these, put them over there, okay. And now the rest of this, I'm gonna wash off my board and I'll be right back. Now one thing I forgot to tell you is you probably want a smaller knife, which I don't own because I just moved into this place. I only have this big one and the throwing knife that's somewhere. So I'm using a pocket knife for this part. But peeling garlic, you want to use a much smaller knife, and you kind of go, see how the garlic is kind of, there's like the tip thing right there? Kind of peel the back half off of it. I did it wrong!
Cut!
Whatever. Cut! My finger! There's a lot of different ways to peel garlic. The easiest way is where you basically have two very large bowls. Metal ones. You need metal bowls and rotten. Yeah, there. Put the garlic in after you kind of do this to it, or just get them into singletons and just shake the crap out of it. And it'll basically take all the paper off of the garlic, which is what you're trying to do in a timely manner. Actually, there's another way. You can just go like, damn it, that was so much easier! Do it that way. Just take it, hit it. Alright, now garlic, pretty simple. You just want to dice the shit out of it. Oh. Okay. Professional, guys. I'm a professional using an exceedingly large knife to prepare my garlic. And now my house smells like garlic. And be sure to clean as you cook. So much easier. Since it was optional, I didn't show me cutting up the parsley, but you can probably imagine how it went. It's basically like everything else that we've done so far. What with the cutting and the mashing and my knife's getting dull because I don't actually own a sharpener for it. Yeah! Oh wow. God, that's just embarrassing. It's about where you would want it. Huh? See how ground up it all is? How it's just kind of breaking up nice and easily, like my high school relationships. Sorry, those wounds are still fresh. Okay, so at this point, I have my box of, or tub of stuff. I'm gonna take all this, put it in there. And then at this point, I'm gonna start mixing. And get it all happy together. Actually, no, you don't. You wanna cut up the rest of this because now I have to wash my hands.
Right.
Because they're covered in stuff. First try.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Gyoza filling.
And then you want to get your gyoza papers. You want to be sure your hands are, you make one hand and keep it dry. This is going to be the hand that you put the gyoza in. And some people actually use a spoon. I like to just kind of thumb it in a little bit. About that much. Put a little more in. And then swirl a finger around in that. And the egg wash. Cover part of it. And then, there you go. Gyoza. I can probably fill that up a little more. And we just have them sitting there. Alright, Marcus, put the camera down. Come help me. Now comes the cooking stage. Here is our gyoza. On the left is mine. On the right is Marcus's. Yes, 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 yes. I made more! I got creative towards the end there, trying to make them Chinese dumpling style, and I think I figured it out. So what you want to do, you want to get some of this pure sesame seed oil. You want to just kind of coat the bottom of the pan with it. You don't need too much, just, you know, enough to, that's probably good enough. Okay, I got it in there. And now, turn this to, I hate electric. I don't really know if that's medium. It's medium, I'm calling it. And then we're going to heat this up a little bit and make sure it coats the bottom of the pan. That is a little bit too perfect. That's a little bit
Really?
scary. That's how many we were able to fill. Now, we have this sitting here at medium-ish heat. And then what we want to do is take water and we want to pour it and kind of just cover the bottom of the pan overall. And the gyoza. I don't know if this is too much. As I said earlier, I've never made gyoza before. That was about 200 milliliters or so. Add a little more just to be safe. You know, there we go. And now we just let this sit.
Get that close up.
Yeah, you let them get happy in there. It's going to take about 8 to 10 minutes or so for that to properly cook. Go timer. Okay. Alright, we're like that many more minutes in. And they're basically done now. At this point, hopefully you can hear me talking over this. They're done. So what we're going to do now is increase the heat. And we're going to burn all this water off. I have the fan going up here. Yeah, there we go. So now it's going to burn all this water off and we can get them nice and crispy. Okay, so this happened really quick, but after about 10 minutes, they were looking really done and good. And so you want to let all the water boil off and see how it's all brown and crispy on the bottom.
Look at that steam coming off.
Yeah. Pro tip, you don't want to use metal on the bottom of your cookware, but this is a really shitty pan. So also tongs for getting these out, a lot better. Guess what I don't have since I just moved in? Really good. Fuck, that's good.
I actually missed that first taste shot, so you're gonna have to
do another one. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do another taste. All right, we're gonna try one here. I have no idea if this is too hot, but that's really good. It works. Cool. Turn the camera off.